Major update. Seahawks chasing historic 9-3 and targeting $120 million WR from rivals. Breaking news vibe hitting Seahawks fans everywhere. Seattle is now eyeing a historic 9-3 season push and allegedly setting their sights on a massive $120 million wide receiver from a rival team. The rumor mill is exploding as 12s imagine what a game-breaking star could mean for this offense. Will this target elevate Seattle into elite territory? Can they lock down a record run and finally dominate the division? Social feeds are lit. Reactions are pouring in. And every fan is debating how this bold pursuit could change the entire season. Stay locked in. Hey everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got some major news coming out of Seattle that is sure to excite Seahawks fans and NFL followers alike. The team is making waves this season, chasing what could be a historic 9-3 record. And on top of that, there are reports linking them to a massive $120 million wide receiver target from a division rival. This is the kind of news that can completely change the trajectory of a season, and we're going to break down every detail, analyze the implications, and explore what this could mean for the Seahawks moving forward. First, let's talk about the record chase. A 9-3 finish at this point in the season is no small feat. The Seahawks have been playing some of their most consistent football in years. Their offense has been clicking under the guidance of the coaching staff. And the defense, which has had its ups and downs in recent years, is showing flashes of the dominance we saw back in their Super Bowl years. If they can maintain this momentum, finishing 9-3 would be historic in the sense that it positions them strongly for a playoff run. And more importantly, it signals a team that's back to contending at a high level after several seasons of inconsistency. The quarterback play has been a huge factor in this resurgence. The Seahawks' signal caller has been showing not only accuracy, but also an ability to make plays under pressure. We've seen improved decision-making, better chemistry with receivers, and a willingness to take calculated risks downfield. That combination of skills is exactly what you need when you're aiming for a 9-3 record against a schedule that, while manageable in parts, still includes some tough opponents capable of exposing any weakness. On the defensive side, the team has been much more disciplined. The pass rush has been consistent. The secondary has been opportunistic. And the linebackers are playing aggressively without overcommitting. This balance is crucial because when a team is chasing a record like 9-3, every game counts. You can't afford blowout losses or let games slip through your fingers, especially against division opponents where tiebreakers could decide playoff positioning. The Seahawks have been aware of this, and it's showing in the way they're executing on both sides of the ball. Now, let's pivot to the rumors swirling around the massive $120 million wide receiver target. This is perhaps the most exciting part of this news, because it's not just about adding another player. It's about making a statement. The Seahawks have been linked to a wide receiver from a rival team who has consistently proven to be one of the top playmakers in the league. The idea that they could bring in someone with that kind of talent is enough to make any fan's heart race, because it signals an aggressive approach in the front office. The reported deal, if it comes to fruition, would be one of the largest contracts for a wide receiver in the league. $120 million is not a number thrown around lightly. It represents a huge investment in talent, and also a vote of confidence in the team's offensive strategy. A player of this caliber can change games single-handedly. They draw coverage, create space for other receivers, and force defenses to adjust in ways they haven't had to in years. For a team chasing a historic record, adding someone like this could be the difference between an excellent season and a truly dominant one. Of course, anytime you talk about a big money acquisition, there are risks. The salary cap implications, chemistry with the existing roster, and health considerations all factor into whether this move ultimately works out. But from everything we're seeing, the Seahawks are approaching this with a calculated plan. They're not just throwing money at a problem. They're identifying a piece that fits their system and fills a clear need. In the modern NFL, that kind of strategic thinking is often what separates contenders from pretenders. Let's break down why this potential addition makes so much sense for Seattle. Historically, the team has excelled when they have a balanced defense with a quarterback who can spread the ball effectively. Adding a top-tier wide receiver does several things. It opens up the field for other targets. It allows the quarterback to take advantage of mismatches. And it provides a reliable option in high-pressure situations. For a team that wants to finish 9-3 and make a deep playoff push, having a player who can consistently produce at an elite level is absolutely critical. Another factor to consider is the message this sends to the rest of the league. Signing a marquee wide receiver from a rival is more than just a roster move. It's a statement. It shows that the Seahawks are serious about competing at the highest level, that they're willing to be aggressive in free agency, and that they are focused on building a championship-caliber roster. For fans, it's exciting. For rivals, it's intimidating. And for the players already on the team, it's motivating. They see the organization making moves that say, "We believe in winning now." Now, let's talk about the potential fit on the field. This wide receiver is known for his speed, route running precision, and ability to make contested catches. He thrives in both vertical and short passing games, meaning he can contribute in multiple phases of the offense. Pairing him with the existing weapons on the Seahawks roster could create a nightmare for opposing defenses. Imagine the possibilities. Defenses having to account for this star receiver could open up running lanes, quick passes, and deep shots that previously may not have been available. The domino effect on the offense could be massive. It's also worth mentioning the leadership component. Bringing in a player of this caliber isn't just about stats. Elite players often elevate those around them. They set standards in practice, in preparation, and in high-pressure game situations. For a team chasing a historic record, having leaders who can model excellence is invaluable. It can be the difference between folding under pressure and thriving when it counts most. There's another angle to consider, and that's the rivalry factor. Taking a top player from a division rival not only strengthens your team, but weakens a key competitor. That's a strategic move that shows the Seahawks aren't just thinking about immediate gains. They're thinking about the long-term dynamics of their division. Every time they face that rival, the narrative changes. Suddenly, it's not just a game. It's a matchup with extra layers of tension and intrigue. That's the kind of storyline that fans live for. Of course, nothing is official yet. There's a lot of speculation, and the NFL is full of twists and turns. Trades fall through, contracts get renegotiated, and injuries can change everything. But the fact that this story is even circulating tells us that the Seahawks' front office is actively exploring bold moves. That willingness to be aggressive in the market is exactly what you want to see from a team looking to make a splash both in the standings and in the larger NFL narrative. Looking ahead, the next few weeks are crucial. Each game leading up to the trade deadline and key matchups will shape how the season unfolds. If the Seahawks can maintain their current pace, a 9-3 finish is well within reach, and adding a star wide receiver could push them from a top-tier playoff team to a legitimate Super Bowl contender. Fans should be paying attention not only to the performance on the field, but also to the front office moves, because they're clearly signaling ambition and intent. There's also the media and fan reaction to consider. When rumors like this start to swirl, it energizes the fan base. Ticket sales, merchandise, and social media chatter all spike. It creates a sense of momentum that goes beyond wins and losses. It builds excitement and anticipation. And in today's NFL, that energy can even translate into on-field performance. Players feed off fan energy, and a motivated team can sometimes exceed expectations simply because the excitement is contagious. And let's not forget the broader implications for the league. If the Seahawks do pull off a signing like this, other teams will take notice. It could set off a chain reaction of free agency moves, trades, and strategic adjustments. Suddenly, the NFC West looks even more competitive, and everyone else will be scrambling to match the ambition displayed by Seattle. That's the kind of impact that a single marquee player can have. It's not just about their individual stats. It's about how the league landscape shifts in response. In conclusion, the Seahawks are at a pivotal moment. Chasing a historic 9-3 record is already exciting enough, but coupling that with the potential acquisition of a $120 million wide receiver from a rival adds a whole new level of intrigue. This is a team that is playing smart, making calculated moves, and clearly signaling that they're here to compete at the highest level. Whether or not the deal goes through, the narrative is set. Seattle is back in the conversation, and the coming weeks could define not only this season, but the next several years for the franchise. For fans, it's an exciting time to watch. discuss, and engage. Every game matters. Every move is scrutinized. And every win brings the team closer to something historic. The potential addition of a superstar receiver could tip the scales in their favor and make this one of the most talked about seasons in recent memory. So buckle up, Seahawks fans, because the next few weeks are going to be thrilling. Keep your eyes on the field. Stay tuned to the latest updates. And get ready for a season that could very well go down in franchise history. That's it for today's update. Be sure to leave your thoughts in the comments. Do you think the Sox can finish 9-3? Would signing a star wide receiver be the move that pushes them over the top? Let's get a conversation going. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss breaking news, trade rumors, and all the latest updates from the NFL. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.